I don't know about the rest of you, but this is one of the things that really drives me nuts. Cool, all the power is right, everything's wired right. We've got a wobbly little outlet here. I'll show you how to fix it. Now obviously, take the cover plate off, and if you look, you see how there's some slop there? Well, the reason is because back there, you can see there's a gap. And the only thing holding this out is the ears on the yoke right here. That's what you call this metal part right here, is the yoke of this receptacle. Same on the bottom. Not as bad on the bottom. We've got a little more drywall behind it. So how do we fix that? Well, there's probably more than 2 ways to do it, but the 2 ways that I've always done is you either use these things called caterpillars. They snap together like so, and they create a spacer that goes behind this that keeps it from being pushed in. Because even if it's tight right now and it doesn't move too much, 3 or 4 years down the road, if not sooner, of people plugging in their phone chargers and the vacuum cleaner and their lamps in and out, pushing pressure on it, bumping the bed up against it, it's gonna get loose and it's gonna flop all over the place, and it'll probably end up coming out of the wall eventually. So you can either do this, they call these caterpillars, like I said, put a little spacer in there, or you can take a piece of wire and, like, if you got a screwdriver, a small screwdriver, you can coil the wire around this like a corkscrew and then just cut off, you know, or a spring, I guess, or a corkscrew. Cut off how much you need to space around that screw behind the yoke. But these are listed for it. So that's what we're gonna do. Be right back. If you are installing these for the first time, something to keep in mind is if you set these in here with the little nubs facing in versus facing out, that is gonna, if you put the nubs out, it's gonna be a greater distance, because if you put the nubs in, sorry, it's getting blurry, they're gonna recess a little bit on either side of where this little mounting hole is, where it threads in from through the yoke. So I typically like to put the nubs in, and I'll just dry fit it. I need another one because that's not enough. So I'll fold it, put 3 in, put there, and that's a little bit behind the face of the drywall, which is good because I want it to suck in really tight. So I'm gonna do 2 of those, put 1 up top, 1 down bottom, and then we'll tighten it up. Okay, we got those in. Back there, we got it tight. It is snug, and it is flush. Last step, you wanna take a bubble level. Obviously, that is ridiculous, way off. So we're gonna, and because it's tight now, it's hard to adjust, which is super cool. Not too far. There we go. Perfect. Now we're just gonna slap the cover plate on. Now, the reason this is a big deal, outside of just, you know, eventually just looking like garbage and falling out of the wall or popping into the wall, the biggest thing that creates heat with electrical is when you have loose connections. Now, the receptacle being loose doesn't automatically mean that you're gonna have loose connections, but what it does mean is there's gonna be movement. Vibration creates stress on the conductors. Vibration or just changes. So over time, say, 10, 15 years, maybe, if this lasts that long, it might be sooner, might be later, that movement creates the potential for there to be a loose connection because the wires are just jostling around and getting bent all the time. Copper does really good job of not doing that. Doesn't have the thermal expansion and contraction that you would get from like an aluminum conductor, but why would you risk it? You know, if plumbing's bad, you get water damage, super expensive. Electrical's bad, you burn the freaking building down and you die. Hopefully not, but be safe. There you have it.